This presentation was developed at the request of the Pawnee Business Council to provide a clear, consistent understanding of the Tribal Employment Rights Office, or TERO. TERO is often misunderstood, and that confusion can create unnecessary conflict, delays, or legal risk. Today's goal is simple: to explain what TERO does, what it does not do, and how council members and division directors should interact with the program going forward. TERO is a program created by tribal law. Its purpose is to enforce Indian preference and employment-related compliance when work is performed on Pawnee Nation land or facilities. TERO focuses on contractors, vendors, and service providers who are physically performing work on tribal property. At its core, TERO exists to protect tribal employment rights and ensure our laws are applied fairly and consistently. It is just as important to understand what TERO does not do. TERO does not manage employees, supervise staff, or replace human resources. TERO does not run projects, enforce building codes, regulate gaming, or act as law enforcement. TERO is a compliance office, not an operations office. TERO applies to non-tribal contractors, vendors, and service providers performing physical work on Pawnee Nation land or in tribal facilities. This includes construction contractors, service vendors, casino vendors, and non-federal contractors working at federally occupied facilities located on tribal property. TERO does not apply to federal agencies themselves or to internal tribal employees. On a day-to-day basis, TERO's work is focused on compliance. This includes vendor and contractor intake, reviewing compliance plans when required, verifying Indian preference eligibility, monitoring covered activity, issuing notices when necessary, and reporting to council. TERO does not hire employees. Employers do. TERO ensures the process follows tribal law. Indian preference is a legal requirement of the Pawnee Nation. Under the Pawnee Nation TERO Act, Indian preference is a legal requirement for covered work performed on tribal land or in tribal facilities. When positions are available, qualified Native applicants must be given priority consideration according to law. TERO verifies eligibility and monitors compliance with the preference process, but hiring decisions remain the responsibility of the employer or contractor. Council members and division directors play a key role in making TERO work effectively. Involving TERO early in projects, referring vendors for compliance, and supporting consistent enforcement helps avoid delays and protects the nation. What creates problems is inconsistent enforcement. Council members and directors should not promise exemptions, bypass TERO to move projects faster, or handle compliance informally. Inconsistency creates risk for the nation. TERO works alongside other departments, not in place of them. HR manages employees. Procurement manages contracts. Gaming regulates gaming. TERO ensures employment and vendor compliance when work occurs on tribal property. The revised TERO Act currently under consideration provides clearer structure, clearer authority, and clearer processes. It shifts compliance responsibility to vendors and contractors and reduces confusion for enterprises and divisions. When TERO works as intended, it protects tribal sovereignty, ensures fairness, creates predictability for vendors, and reduces legal and operational risk for the nation. This concludes the presentation. Thank you for taking the time to be here and for your continued engagement on this topic. TERO works best when expectations are clear, communication is consistent, and we are aligned in how the law is applied. Questions, scenarios, and clarifications are welcome, and discussion is encouraged.